Hey, how's it going? My name is Alex, and this is definitely a different type of video for my channel. I don't usually talk about YouTube stuff and how to do YouTube, but I just wanted to put this video out there because it seems like a lot of people are asking me now that they've seen, my channel grow a little bit, and I just wanted to literally explain what I did and what I think made me kind of successful on YouTube, we'll call it. I realize my channel is still small and it's nowhere near as big as those other, mega channels. However, there are a lot of people that would want to at least be my size. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the 7 or 8 steps basically that I did. And then I will show you how much does a small channel like mine make now that I've been monetized for over a year. Now, the reason I'm making this video actually is I was doing a little bit of research on a different video for my channel, and I stumbled across this thing. Here are 11 steps you need to take in order to become a successful YouTuber, right? And I was reading these steps and I'm like, what kind of vague garbage is this? Literally, I just looked at it and I'm like, I did none of these. Okay, so I want you to understand that I'm frustrated with when people post things like this. Define what success means to you. I don't care. It does. There's like, that is so dumb. Develop your channel's goals and content. Map it out. Make sure your channel page is welcoming. Mind your SEO. Be consistent. Get to the point. Keep up with your niche. Manage your community like a boss. Spread the word with a website. Oh, okay, and it's of course on a Wix website. Oh, duh, they're probably trying to use Wix, right? So learn from your analytics. Okay, some of those things are okay, but not to start. And so I stumbled across this website and I'm like, this is the problem with giving people advice from someone that's been already there, right? This is the problem. Their advice is super vague in what they're doing now. All of these things I do now. I study my analytics. I make sure my SEO is good. Those are the things I do now. Those are not the things you need to start. Okay? And so it seems like advice from someone that has a YouTube channel that's already there, not for starting. Okay? So this is what I stumbled across and I didn't like it. So I want to get into this and explain. So the absolute first step, number one step that you need to do to start a YouTube channel to be successful on YouTube, right? This is to be successful on YouTube. This is what we're talking about. Number one is go do something. Now, what do I mean by go do something? Okay, so understand you can only talk about, unless you're gonna be some news channel that does research, unless you're gonna go do something, we don't need another vlogger. You're probably not the David Dobrik or a comedian or anything like that, right? But still, the point remains the same. If you wanna have a nice YouTube channel, you have to go do something. For me, what I did is I'm a hot shot trucker, right? I drive a pickup truck for work. And all year in 2018, I was working so hard. And I would say this is probably the video that really grew my channel super fast. I did 7,000 subs in 1 week. For a channel that was at 10,000 subs to basically double in 1 week was ridiculous. So that video by far is what set it up and put me out there. But what happened was I worked all year for 2018. I really worked hard, hauled a lot of freight, and had a super record year. Made a whole bunch of money that year. And then I made a video about it, right? And so that's why I say go do something. And look at all the other people. Look at everyone that's successful. Look at, maybe some of the entrepreneur type of people you don't like, but they go out and start an Amazon FBA store. And then they start making YouTube videos about it. Here's how you build an FBA store. Here's how I did $1 million in revenue with my Amazon FBA store, right? You got to go do something. You got to go do something so then you can talk about it in video form, right? There you go. Number one, go do something. Look at what you're doing right now and see, are people asking questions about it on YouTube? Have you tried to search for YouTube videos at your current job? Maybe you should start recording. Make sure it's okay with your company or wherever you work. And so then people are asking, hey, how do I do this? You have those answers at your job, right? So that's why it's important. You need to understand, go do something, and it's best to start where you're at. Okay, so that's number one, go do something. Number two, okay, this one's a little more interesting and different, I guess, but be authentic, right? Not everyone needs to be Jake Paul to have 20 million subs, right? So not everyone needs to do that. So be authentic. Like when you go look back at your videos, you need to look back and be like, yeah, I thought that at the time I was authentic in this video. I can clearly tell while I was kind of figuring all this stuff out, I can clearly tell. I was like, Alex, in this video, you were not yourself. I can tell. I'm looking at my old videos, I'm like, this was not me. That I don't sound like myself. I don't act like myself. And I'm like, man, that's not good. That's not me. And so the last thing you want to do is build an entire catalog online of videos where you're looking back and you're like, ah, that's not me, right? So you want to be yourself. Definitely be authentic in your video form. So if you're a more analytical type of person where you data like, you know, information, do that. That's okay. There's plenty of people out there on YouTube right now that are data-driven, analytical type people. You know, they're not super enthusiastic over the top. There's people that need and want to watch from those types of people, right? You don't need to be the next David Dobrik. You know what I mean? You don't need to be the next, you know, Jake Paul, because I know a lot of people are watching those types of characters and think, oh, I need to be super over the top, flashy, all this stuff. No. You don't need all that stuff, okay? So understand, be yourself. Like, figure out, you know, hey, what do you like to watch? What do you like to do? How do you like to express yourself? And then just do it. Okay, so now that you've done something and you're gonna be authentic on camera, what equipment are you gonna use? Guys, it doesn't matter. Just start with what you have. You need to understand, on my iPhone, not this iPhone, actually a worse iPhone, the iPhone 10, on my iPhone, I got to 5,000 subs just by recording and editing on my iPhone. Recording, editing, and uploading all from my iPhone, okay? So understand, you probably have a smartphone in your pocket right now. You're probably watching this on a smartphone. And start with what you have. You don't need all the fancy equipment. We're not the MKBHDs out here, okay? You're trying to get a small channel off the ground. Start with what you have. Now, I want to give a little asterisk to that, right? So start with what you have, but understand there's things that there's universal things that people don't like. One of those things that people don't like is wind noise, okay? So if you only have a camera on your phone, please don't go record some, you know, outdoor videos. Don't do that. That's going to have bad wind noise in it, right? So understand, if you're going to use your phone, try to position yourself in situations where you can record, where at least the audio will be okay, right? And then that's the first thing. If you're going to upgrade, that's the first thing you want to do. Get better audio. That's the number one thing, because a lot of times people listen and in background, like podcasts, right? They just put their headphones on. They can exit the YouTube app because maybe they have YouTube Premium, right? So they exit the YouTube app and the audio will keep playing. So you want to focus on, if you're going to upgrade, make sure it's audio first. People want good audio. That's the only thing, the asterisk that I'm going to put on it, right? So try to be in situations where you're not going to have a bunch of audio or visual problems. And if you're going to upgrade, audio first. So I realized that was a big number 3, but you know, I mean, watch it a couple times if you want to make sure you're getting it down. So number 4, moving on, right? Provide value. Guys, we don't need another vlogger. We don't need another lifestyle guru, something, right? You want to provide some kind of value. More often than not, it's just answering people's questions, right? And so that's where I started. I was in a hotshot truck, right? So I was in my pickup truck doing all this work, and I see sometimes I would search online and I wouldn't even be able to find my question. I'm like, darn it, I wish somebody would make a video about answering this question. And so what I did instead is I'm like, oh, I'll just answer that video. I'll just answer that question, because if I'm searching for it, I'm sure other people are searching for it as well. And so that's literally what I did. The question that I had, I would then go do some research. Like, okay, guys, here's how this question, here, you know, I get asked, or the question gets asked, this and this and this, right? So that's exactly what you want to do. You want to answer your own questions and just record it on video. And that is the value that I'm talking about. Provide actual, like, answering people's questions instead of trying to be entertainment. Guys, there's enough entertainment people out there. There's enough entertainment YouTubers out there where you don't want to do that, right? You don't need to be in another entertainer or comedian. There's already enough of those. And those things are so competitive, right? But when you start providing value, sure, your channel might not grow so quickly or be super viral. However, don't forget, the goal is to always provide a little bit of value, a little bit of a tidbit of information, a little bit of something like, oh, here you go, here's this tips and tricks, and here's this hack for your specific job, for your specific thing that you're doing, right? So that's exactly what I'm doing here, right? This is my tidbit of information or help, like, for people that are trying to do YouTube channels. This is exactly what I did. I always provided value. I always answered questions, you know, in the video. I always showed how things are done, always things like that. And people really like those videos because people want to learn. They really do want to learn and how to improve. And so by giving them that, they will subscribe and your channel will grow. So provide value. We could probably say provide value and not entertainment, right? There you go. That might be a little bit better. Provide value, not entertainment. All right, moving on to, I think we're on number 5, okay? Don't be scared to upload short videos or bad videos, okay? Now let me explain what I mean. It's no secret that everybody on YouTube tries to stretch their content to at least 10 minutes. And what that means is then they can put multiple ads in their video to make more money off of those ads, right? And so that, if you upload a video that's shorter than 10 minutes, that's technically a bad video because now you're missing out on lost money, lost revenue, right? But here's the thing, you don't need to worry about ad revenue or stretching your content to 10 minutes right now. You're a small channel. You just need to keep uploading content because the people want to see you. They don't want to see a 10-minute stretched boring video because people know that. They'll still stop watching halfway through. So that's why it's important to understand that don't try to feed the algorithm. Don't even worry about the algorithm until you get big enough, okay? That's what I was running into. I was trying to upload videos that were 15 minutes long so I could have a good, like, you know, a nice video put together. The problem I realized is every time I try to do a 15-minute long video, I would go without uploading for 2 weeks. And not uploading a video for more than 2 weeks will ruin your channel quicker than uploading a short video and not worrying about the algorithm. Because at the end of the day, if you upload a short video, at least that'll give you some interaction to your fans. But if you wait 2 weeks, your fans are gonna forget that you even exist. And so that's why it's important to understand bad videos is what I'm talking about when I'm video length. It's totally fine to upload shorter videos and easy. So that's the bad portion, right? Don't be scared to upload shorter than 10 minutes. Now, what I'm talking about, easy videos, right? So easy and bad. Easy videos is like something simple, right? I don't have anything crazy going on right now. I'm just sitting in a hotel and I was doing some editing and I was like, oh, this would be a perfect time to make this video, right? So this is an easier video to make because all it is just my GoPro on a tripod, right? You don't need some kind of action-packed like racing Lamborghinis or something. You don't need all of that. Just a simple talking head video with as much information in it as possible. Those are totally okay, right? So understand, easy videos, totally not a problem. Do those as well. And bad videos, video length, right, shorter ones, totally not a problem. Don't worry about those things until you're down the road. All right, number 6. Guys, it's very simple. Just upload, okay? Literally just do it. You know that Shia LaBeouf, just do it?
Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Literally, guys, understand. You don't know right now what works. You think you know what works, but you actually don't know. And what you'll realize, the act of uploading will actually help you learn what works. And what's important in this step by just uploading is do not be rooted in your ideas. So be flexible. So disregard what people are saying, disregard what other people without YouTube channels tell you, because there's people without YouTube channels that are like, oh, you should do this on your channel. I appreciate that, but how many subs do you have is how you should respond. I mean, you know, that's kind of, you know, it's a little aggressive, but the point remains the same. You don't know what works, so you just need to upload. And then by uploading, you'll figure out where you can improve. You'll figure out what works, what tweaks you need to make, what adjustments, so on and so forth. And then from there, you can improve and watch your channel grow. And so the more often that you upload, the quicker this learning phase you'll get through. The less often you upload, the longer it'll take. If you upload one video once every 2 months, it'll take you much quicker if you go, you know, 2 videos a week, right? So you'll learn very fast what works and what your audience likes. And so, guys, understand, please listen to the first 5 and then just upload. All right, moving on, I believe number 8, okay? So number 8 is find a schedule that works for you. Now, this is now on the back end a little bit. So these first maybe 7 steps were, you know, how to become successful on YouTube or how to get you to like the middle zone. And now this is like how to prevent burnout, okay? Now, as a small channel, you could think like, oh, Alex, there's no way you got burnt out, right? Well, yes, there is actually, because here's the thing. I have a full-time job. I can't quit and do YouTube full-time yet. And so I'm working my job, and I have to, in the past time, in my, you know, take it out of my sleep or, you know, find maybe pockets in my work that I could do it where I have to record, edit, and, you know, do all that stuff. And more than likely, you'll be in the same boat because nobody's just given a channel with 100,000 subs and it's monetized and everything is gravy because they can just quit and do full-time. That's not how it so happens is you have to do it in your, like, in the slower times of your day. And you can get burnt out, even with a smaller channel, by constantly having to work. And what I will say is the number one thing that'll burn you out is a crazy dense schedule. And that happened to me. I was uploading every day, and after 3 months of uploading every day, I was like, this is ridiculous. I cannot do this on my own while I'm actually doing my job as well. And so I stopped uploading, and I just took, like, I don't know, it was probably 2 weeks off. I just, like, no, I'm done. I didn't even log into YouTube for 2 weeks or something like that. So that's why, if you want to prevent burnout, right, so now we're on the back half, is please find a schedule that works for you, okay? And what, for me, I was between 2 and like 4 videos a week, right? And so I landed right in the middle on 3, and I think that is a perfect schedule for many people. 3 videos, 2, 3 videos a week, depending on how much information you have, how much experience maybe in your business or in your industry or in your job you have. So 2 to 3 videos a week is plenty. People that upload every day, sure, it's nice, but they also have big teams that help them do that. So keep that in mind. And so in reality, if you're going to be just yourself uploading and editing and doing all that stuff, understand 2, maybe 3 videos a week is more than enough. And that leads us right away to our next point, number 9, I believe, is upload in advance. Okay. Now, emotionally speaking, like, YouTube is like this roller coaster, right? So there's a couple of times where you just hit those like spurts of like creative, like you're just zoned in. You're like, boom, oh, you're editing, you're writing down notes, you're doing all this stuff, and you got that thing going, right? That's your workflow or something, right? I think that's, somebody's talked about that. Dan Mace, I think he said there's a flow in YouTube so that you hit it sometimes. And sometimes there's the valley, right? The low points. And you're like, I don't want to look at a camera, I don't want to look at a computer, I don't want to do any of that. And uploading in advance will help you be consistent regardless of how emotionally you're in your peaks and valleys. And uploading in advance has really, really helped me, because now I don't have the stress of like, oh darn, I need a video, what can I record, And I'm always in this panic mode of finding the next video. And so my schedule was 3 videos a week. And I was able one time to get it 2 weeks in advance, uploaded in advance. Those were by far the most amazing 2 weeks, because now I can actually sit down, and it's not like I took one video, it's not like I took one day and, you know, in one day crammed all that work. But you do 1.5 times more work each day, and you do that for a week, and then you'll have, you know, basically 1.5 more videos. And so that's how you do it. You do a little bit extra, you know, maybe you type in a note for another video, maybe you type in a little script or something like that, or bullet points or something like that, that you then can go back to, you know, the next day. And then that's how you build several videos in reserve. And this way, you don't have to worry. Guys, that will really help you when you have a valley to get through it, right? Because you know, it's like, okay, I don't need to have that pressure of delivering a video tomorrow, because I know that I already have one edited, uploaded, and scheduled, right? That's what I'm talking about, scheduled. Not edited, like not recorded and then you have to edit, because every video will need some post-production, maybe some voiceover, maybe a couple of, you know, other parts from different clips or something. That every video needs that. You know, that's the editing process, right? I'm talking like literally edited, recorded, edited, and uploaded and scheduled, right? When you can schedule videos in advance, guys, that is by far, that lifts a huge weight off your shoulders. So super pro tip down the road, of course, edit and upload and schedule in advance. And the last and final thing, I believe this is number 10, is, guys, you're a small channel, act like it. Okay, this is a stern warning. Okay, why? Because you can very quickly, if your rise is maybe a little bit faster than normal, I would say maybe like mine, you can really quickly outspend your ad revenue very quickly. Okay, for example, my ad revenue in some months was like $2,600. $2,600 is a lot of money. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy wheels and tires for my truck. Wheels and tires were almost $3,000. So 1 month of ad revenue can literally just obliterate your, or 1 month, or one little modification can obliterate your ad revenue for the whole month. And then what do you do? Wait another month until it comes in? What kind of video do you make while you're waiting? This is why I'm saying, guys, you're a small channel, act like it. Don't do super big old performance, high production videos. You can't do that. My MacBook was $3.5 grand. Okay, great, fantastic. So 1 month of ad revenue really makes it so that I can't then spend anything else on my channel. And this is why I'm talking, like, guys, you're a small channel, act like it. Budget your ad revenue very aggressively. Try to hold on to as much as you can. Spend as little as possible. Don't think mega production, huge purchases, things like that. Don't think any of that stuff. Not to mention, there's also taxes. You're gonna have to pay taxes on your ad revenue, right? So buying a computer will technically give you a write-off, but the point remains the same. Don't think super big until you are super big. Focus on where you are right now. I was having some GoPro issues, so let's continue. So right now, you're a small channel. Please, you can outspend how much you make. You really can, and it can go fast. So please, like, budget aggressively. Keep your funds aggressively, because you'll notice that it kind of disappears rather quickly. So, you're a small channel. Act like it. I'm talking about finances. Okay, so that's gonna be that's it for those top 10 things. Now you're probably wondering, Alex, all this advice, you know, I mean, how big is your channel and how much do you make? Okay, so my YouTube channel, we're gonna go to the computer next. Okay, so you'll see on the computer screen. Okay, so here I am logged into my YouTube studio. You can see right now I'm currently sitting at 57,972 subs. And you can see that right here, there's an ad revenue right here, 2161. I got 47,000 in watch time in hours and 415,000 views for the last month. So it's up 9%, but I'll tell you right now, I've been hovering around 400,000 views a month for probably the last few months. So this is a normal, it went down, it goes up a little bit, but 415,000 views for my channel, which is not bad. You can see the video I did where my truck broke down is doing really well. It's number 1 out of 10. Here's the other videos that I had, right? So all decent videos. So anyways, moving on, let's see how much a channel my size actually makes. However, AdSense, if you go to the actual, you know, google.com/AdSense or something like that, whatever it is, so you can actually see how much I made. So I got monetized in the very first week of January. And so January was my first month of monetization. And if I recall correctly, I had like 3,000 subs. So 3,000 subs, a couple $100. Then February, I got $847. Then March, $16.93. And then I don't know what happened, but for some reason I had a really good video sometime at the end of March, I think. And so that's what made, or no, right, because it's a month behind. So whatever I get paid here is what I uploaded in March, right? So right here, I had a really good video, so $28.96. So I must have made a really good video in March that did really well. And then I got paid $28.96. And then the next month, because I got such a nice ad revenue check, the next month I was like, I didn't upload, that was an inconsistent upload schedule. And so then it dropped to 11.16. And I was like, oh no, 11.16. I was just terrified. And then I was trying to be a little more consistent. And so then I was able to get it back up, 1,700. And then this right here, I uploaded it at the end of June, I think, roughly, or right at the beginning of July, maybe. I forget exactly, but I uploaded my video that I mentioned in the beginning is, the $350,000 gross revenue of my business, right? And I talk about my business and how I did it. And part of that was in this month, and it was $3,671 for that month. And then it kept going. It kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and more views. And so August, right, it was $4,013. YouTube actually paid me $4,000 in 1 month. And then it started to slow down, but and I started uploading again. And so 3,500, and then October was 39, and then November, December, those are notoriously good months for ad revenue because ads are more expensive and companies want to advertise. So in November I had 4,600, and in December I had 4,448 in ad revenue. So those last couple months, you can see, last year of 2019, I was getting, you could call it $4,000 a month from ad revenue. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And my total, I have a screenshot on my phone, my total for my ad revenue for last year, for 2019, was $32,842.99. So that is total how much I made from YouTube, $32,842, or $843 we could call it. So $32,000 on a channel that's about 57,000 subscribers. That's not bad at all, guys. And so I'm gearing up to kind of do YouTube full time. I'm trying to get there, but understand, like, you don't need to be at 1 million subs. And I realize there's a bunch of things different in each, pay scale. I'm talking about, trucks and, maybe advertisers like middle-aged people more because, usually those are people with money and they have jobs, and so they try to run ads for that. But keep in mind that, you don't have to be super, super huge to, make a whole bunch of money. You don't. And you could be a smaller channel and make, a couple $1,000 here and there. And, as long as you're making videos that you like, as long as you're authentic in them and you're not regretting them, then, like YouTube is absolutely not bad. It's very, very cool. And so I absolutely love doing it now. And it's one of those things that I wanted for a really long time. So like I've talked about it before. Like all I've ever wanted was, one day I'll have my own YouTube channel. It's gonna be awesome. You know what I mean? So that's just what I've been working towards. But anyway, so I think that's gonna do it. The video. That's how much I make on my channel for last year. And obviously this year is a little different because there was a dive in ad revenue because of what's going on, and so on and so forth. However, I'm gonna keep making videos. I'm gonna keep sticking to those simple principles, and then from this video, maybe go look at those, other things they mentioned, like, yes, absolutely have good SEO, have good titles, have good thumbnails, have good audio, like all of those things, but you can perfect those by just uploading and starting with what you have and, going from there. So anyways, guys, that'll do it for this video. I think it was a little long-winded, so I apologize. Comment below, what do you guys think? And I will see you in the next video. Peace.